Tom. Don't you think it's time we got up? We're expected at Toby and Angela's.
Well, tea can be anything between 3 and 5.
Exactly, it's 10 to 4.
God, isn't it? How did time fly when you're happily married?
Did you feel like this with Helen in the early days?
Never.
Oh, come on. You must have been happy when you first got married.
Well, I suppose so. We started rowing. Come on, we ought to get going.
Well, when did that start?
What?
The rowing.
In the car on the way to the reception.
You're not serious?
Honestly?
What about, for goodness sake?
Oh, I don't know. She didn't like the aftershave I was wearing. Do you mind, darling? I'd rather not spend my Sunday afternoons discussing my ex-wife. My God. He kicked. I mean, she kicked. Did you feel that? It moved. It's fantastic.
Tom.
Yes, darling.
I'm desperate for another honey and pilchard sandwich.
What time did you tell them to come?
I didn't. I just said pop in about tea time.
Well, that could mean anything between about 3 and 5.
What time is it now?
Nearly 4:30.
Oh, I'd better go and put the kettle on.
Smashing to see them together again.
Yes. They make a sweet couple, don't they?
It's funny to think they're going to be grandparents soon.
Isn't it lovely to see Tom married and settled down again?
Yes, it is. They make a lovely couple, don't they?
It's funny to think they'll be parents soon.
Hello, dear.
Madeline, darling, you look blooming.
4 months.
Sorry we're late.
We were just saying what a lovely couple you make.
We were just saying exactly the same thing about you, weren't we, darling? It was great coming into the drive and seeing you both here, together, busy doing your own thing. Together.
Wonderful being back home again.
It's wonderful having him home. Come on, let's go and have some tea.
Come on, Emma.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm
right?
fine, thanks.
Tom? Do you know what one of the most marvellous things about being back is?
What's that, Dad?
Being able to park in my own drive. Honestly, it was murder trying to find a spot outside your flat, wasn't it, Tom?
What have you been planting, Angela?
Talk about tact, Dad.
What?
I thought you were going to say something like, one of the most marvellous things about being home is waking up next to Mum every morning, or spending more time with Mum, or doing anything with Mum. But oh no, top of your list of romantic activities is being able to park in your own drive.
I didn't mean it to sound like that.
Well, it did. Mum, you don't happen to have any pilchards, do you?
Toby, breakfast!
That Mrs. Parsons can be very irritating, you know.
What do you mean?
Well, I was in the study just now making some notes, and she just came in, without knocking. And she started tidying the desk around me. Incredible.
Perhaps it needed tidying.
And she sings under her breath. Ta-ta, ta-ta, ta-ta. Enough to drive you mad. Damn circulars. It's amazing. People have such infuriating habits. And they are completely unaware of them.
I hope you didn't say anything to upset her. Good dailies are hard to find. They're like gold dust.
Upset her? Do you know what she said to me?
Good morning.
I beg your pardon?
Knowing how antisocial you are in the morning, I wondered if that's what she said to you. Good morning.
No. Wretched circulars. She had the gall to say how untidy the house is since I came back here to live.
Well, she's right.
What?
You're impossible. I'm always clearing up after you.
Oh, nonsense.
Well, darling, look at this. You've only been in the kitchen a few seconds, and so far you've dumped a dirty cup there, some letters there, and more here.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I don't mind you telling me, but I resent being spoken to like that by staff.
Mrs. Parsons is not staff. She's our daily help.
Help? Oh. Pour me a cup of tea, darling, would you?
And I'm not staff either.
Sorry?
Pour it yourself.
Oh. Oh, right. Where's the milk?
Well, if it's not in the jug, it's in the fridge.
Oh, right. You know, that was a lovely thing you said to me yesterday.
What was that?
How wonderful it was having me back.
Well, it is, darling.
You know, I've been thinking.
Have you, Toby?
Yes, I think we ought to spend more time together.
Well, we will. Now that you're living here again.
No, more time.
Look, I know I'm out several evenings a week, but I've told you I'm not prepared to give up my night school studies just because we're back together again.
No. Of course, I don't want you to. No, I mean we should spend more time together during the day.
Well, darling, that would be very nice. But you have your patients to attend to.
I have an announcement to make.
What's that, darling?
I'm going to retire.
Oh, this grapefruit sour.
Not exactly retire. More semi-retire.
How do you mean semi-retire?
Well, I shall go into Harley Street 3 days a week only, and the rest of the time I shall spend here with you.
Lovely.
Darling, how long did you boil this egg for?
4 minutes, like I normally do.
Was it in boiling water?
Yes.
Ah, well, I told you. The way Tom does it is he boils it for 4 minutes from cold. That way you get a perfect egg. Let's have some toast. I think I'll just have some tea. Well, what do you think of my idea? You pleased?
I am sorry, Susan. I'm not prepared to spend that sort of money redecorating Lucy's room. We can't afford it. I know she's drawn all over her wall. That's why I'm not prepared to redecorate it. She's bound to do it again. She may be expressing herself. Let her express herself for a few more years, and then we'll redecorate.
Mrs. Burton's op's been cancelled again. Oh, sorry.
She what? What do you mean she's expressed herself all over our bedroom? Felt tip? But where the hell did she get a felt tip? Oh, I could strangle your mother sometime. What a stupid present to give a 7-month-old. I know she's being creative. She's creating all over the ruddy house. Yeah, well, we'll just have to live with her creations for a while. Because we can't afford to redecorate. I am not shouting.
Yes, you are shouting.
Yes, I am shouting. All I'm saying is we can't afford to redecorate. Not this year, not if we want to go on that skiing holiday. Okay? Yeah. Bye.
Oh, I love it when you're angry.
Ridiculous. Susan thinks I'm made of money. Now, what were you saying about Mrs. Burton?
You know, her operation's been cancelled again. That's the 4th time. You know, she was actually at the hospital and they sent her back home. That poor woman will be in her grave by the time she has this hip replacement.
Oh, she's one of many, I'm afraid. Now, where the hell are Mrs. Kennedy's notes?
She'd have it tomorrow if she went privately, of course.
Of course. Why do you think so many people pay? So they don't have to wait.
Well, they shouldn't have to pay. It should be the same for everybody.
You don't have to pay. The alternative is having it on the National Health.
Well, then you have to wait.
Of course. Otherwise, there'd be no advantage in going privately, would there?
You're being particularly perverse today, Charles.
Anyway, if people didn't go privately, the NHS queue would be even longer.
At least they'd have to wait their turn, like everybody else.
And how would that help the Mrs. Burtons of this world?
Well, she'd have the consolation of knowing people can't jump the queue just because they got more money. Any chance of a cup of tea, Pamela?
Sorry, Dr. Timmer. Tell what you eat, break out.
I'm sorry, Pamela, I didn't quite catch that.
Sorry, Dr. Latchett. I can't. You, Pearlie.
Charles, what's the matter with this intercom?
We need a new one.
We just had it looked at.
I know, and the bloke who looked at it said we needed a new one.
Is that any better, Pamela?
Ah, yes. Tipmer. Can hear you correctly now.
Pamela, give the speaker a sharp tap, would you?
Look, wouldn't it be easy if you just went out there and asked for a cup of tea?
Ooh.
Is that better, Dr. Latimer?
That's much better, thanks. Now, how about a lovely cup of tea, hmm?
Oh, afraid not. Dr. Cartwright had the last tea bag. I could rustle you up a cup of coffee if you like.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
It'll have to be black. We've run out of milk.
Okay, that's fine.
By the way, Madeline rang earlier.
Oh, I wonder how she got on at her antenatal clinic.
She won't be home yet. She was still at St. Winifred's waiting to be seen.
Her appointment was at 10:15.
Apparently there was a massive queue.
What time did she ring?
The 1:45.
That means she's been hanging around for over 2.5 hours. It's not good enough.
That's the NHS for you.
It's the NHS for you. If you're concerned, Dr. Cartwright.
Well, you know the answer. Go privately.
That is not the answer. People like Mrs. Burton can't go privately.
Actually, I was thinking of Madeline.
Here we are, Dr. Latimer.
Thanks, Pamela. Ah! Any chance of a biscuit?
Oh, I can't find Mrs. Kennedy's notes anywhere. Hello? Oh, yeah, put her through. Madeline.
Ah.
I wonder if Pamela knows where they are.
Hello, darling. Not still waiting, are you? Oh, good. Is everything all right?
Yes, they're very pleased with me. My blood pressure's fine. I haven't put on too much weight. Actually, I was very lucky. I'd still be waiting now if I hadn't bumped into Toby.
How do you mean?
Well, he was here for a meeting, so he pulled a few strings so I was able to jump the queue.
Should be back pretty soon. He's been at St. Winifred's all morning, attending a meeting on wastage within the NHS, followed by lunch. He's sitting on the standing committee.
Sounds like a contradiction in terms.
Sorry?
Well, sitting on the standing committee.
Yes. Do sit down.
Right.
Actually, I'm rather pleased he's not here yet. I was late back from lunch, and I thought I might get a rollicking.
Oh. You know, I haven't been in this room for years. I've forgotten how beautiful it is.
Isn't it exquisite? The proportions are so perfect. Of course, surroundings are terribly important, aren't they? Especially when people are paying. If one's going to sit in some squalid little surgery, one may as well go to any Tom, Dick or Harry. Perhaps I should just say Dick or Harry in this case. Would you like a cup of tea while you're waiting?
Oh, that would be lovely, thanks.
Earl Grey, Lapsang or Indian?
Indian, please.
Darjeeling, is that okay?
No, that's fine.
Oh, milk or lemon?
Oh, milk, please.
Ah, there he is. You've got a visitor, Dr. Latimer.
Oh, thank you, Felicity. Tom! What a lovely surprise. Oh. I can't remember the last time you called in.
Well, I had to go to Foyle's, get a couple of books, and as I wanted to have a word with you, I thought I'd drop by.
Great. I wish you'd do it more often.
Well, I tried to call, but there was no, there was no phone box that worked. No.
I was just getting Tom some tea. Can I get you anything, Dr. Latimer?
Some coffee, please, Felicity.
Decaf or ordinary? Or would you prefer to wait while I perk some through?
No, ordinary will do, thank you. Tom, sit down.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
Make yourself at home. I saw Madeline at St. Winifred's.
Yes, I know. That's why I've come to see you. I want to thank you for helping her jump the queue.
Ah.
And, Dad, please don't do it again.
Why not?
Well, I don't think it right that Madeline should have preferential treatment just because she knows someone at the hospital.
Well, why shouldn't I help her? She is my daughter-in-law.
Precisely that, because she is your daughter-in-law. See, if Madeline jumps the queue, it means that someone who should have been seen before her wasn't, and I don't think that's fair. I don't like it.
Well, then you ought to pay for her to go privately.
No.
Well, then let me.
No, Dad, look, I'm not getting into all that. You know how I feel about it, and my views are not going to change just because it's my wife that's pregnant.
Sorry to interrupt, Dr. Latimer, but I've got Lord Livermore on the phone. He's a little confused. Apparently, you prescribed 3 ointments, and he can't remember which is to be applied in the morning, which in the evening, and which is for after bathing.
Oh, dear. Well, you better punch up his notes. Really, you'd think a peer of the realm would be able to follow some simple instructions.
Ah, here we are.
That's very efficient.
Instant reference at the push of a button.
It's fantastic.
What kind of computer system have you got?
It's called a filing cabinet.
Gosh, how quaint. Tea and coffee coming up.
Have you talked to your mother today?
Why, what have you done?
Nothing. No, I just wondered whether she'd given you the good news.
No? What about?
Well, I've been thinking about that little lecture you gave me yesterday after my somewhat gauche remark. Well, I've decided to spend more time with her. I'm going to retire. Well, for the moment, semi-retire.
Dad, I thought you were semi-retired. You spend half your time on the golf course. Sorry.
So, starting in a fortnight, I shall come in here on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays only, and I shall devote the rest of the week to your mother.
Dad, that's terrific. You know, I really do think you've done the right thing. I bet Mum was thrilled.
Oh, she was ecstatic.
Here we are. Napkin, plate, biscuits. Now, do you like your milk in first?
Yes, please. Oh. You know, Charles, I'm so pleased. It's a hell of a gesture my dad's making. He's always put his career above everything else.
That's not such a bad thing.
Oh, sure, but what my mum's going to really appreciate is that he's putting her first for once.
Is she pleased?
Ecstatic, apparently.
Oh, I can't find Mr. Davenport's notes now.
You know, my father's got everything on computer.
Oh, those things terrify me. I mean, our system is absolutely foolproof. Just takes a long time when things get lost. I wonder what Toby's going to do with his rooms on the days he's not using them.
Oh, I don't know. Sublet them, I suppose. There'll be plenty of takers in Harley Street.
I wonder if Pamela knows where they are.
Oh, Lord. Wonder what she wants now.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Mum.
I'm not disturbing you, am I?
No, what on earth are you doing here?
Well, Helen invited me to tea. Have you got a minute?
Mum, I do wish you wouldn't be quite so friendly with my ex-wife.
Oh, don't be so childish. Now, listen, Tom, I want to tell you something.
I know. I saw Dad this afternoon. Isn't it terrific?
No, it is not. It's a catastrophe. You're going to have to persuade him to change his mind. It's a recipe for disaster. I'd tell him, only I don't want to hurt his feelings.
But, Mum...
Now, look, go and see him this evening, would you? While I'm at night school. Tell him he's got to think about his career, his patients. Tell him anything, but be sure to nip the whole idea in the bud.
Mum...
Oh, and don't tell him I've spoken to you.
But, Mum, I thought you'd be pleased.
Are you kidding? We're just getting along nicely. Having your father around for an extra 2 days a week would drive me bonkers.
Well, this is nice. Twice in the same day. Your mother's out, I'm afraid.
Is she?
Night school.
Oh, well, it's probably a good thing because I rather wanted to have a word with you on your own.
Oh?
Yes. Dad, I've been thinking, you know, what you said this afternoon about, you know, semi-retiring.
Yeah.
Well, you see, I've been thinking, and I'm not so sure it's such a good idea.
But you said you thought it was a marvellous idea.
Yeah, I did, but,
Well?
well, I've been thinking, and, I'm not so sure that it is.
Oh, why not? I mean, you were so enthusiastic. What's changed your mind?
Well, you know, I've been thinking...
Yeah, so you keep saying. But what are you thinking?
that maybe it's not such a good idea.
Well, why not?
Because you're too young. I mean, you're barely 60. Career-wise, you're in your prime.
Oh, well, that may be so. But I'm prepared to sacrifice it for your mother. She deserves it. And besides, she'd be heartbroken if I changed my mind now.
You know, Dad, I'm sure she'd understand. I mean, let me speak to her, hmm? And you've got your patients to consider.
No, it's no good, Tom. I couldn't.
Well, let me sound her out and see how she reacts.
No, Tom, it isn't that. I can't. I've already sublet my rooms.
Gosh. That didn't take long.
Oh.
Who to?
Charles.
What the hell are we going to do here on Mondays and Fridays?
I shall get a locum in. Look, I've got it all worked out. I've already spoken to the agency.
I'm appalled.
Why? It's not as if I'm opting out of the NHS. I shall do 2 days a week in Harley Street and 3 days a week here. Now, what's wrong with that?
Well, why didn't you discuss it with me first? I would have persuaded you not to do it.
Because you'd have persuaded me not to do it.
How does Susan feel about all this?
Oh, she's delighted. I've told her she can redecorate the whole house. And look, Tom, I'm just not as principled as you.
You used to be.
Yes, well, one changes when one has family. Perhaps you will. Look, I've got private medical insurance. Susan and Lucy have got private medical insurance. Lucy's going to go to a private school. These things cost money.
But, Charles, what are you going to do out there? What are you going to specialize in, hmm?
I shall be a general practitioner. I shall be doing exactly what I do here, except I shall be paid a fortune for doing it.
Yes, but what about your patients here? What if they don't want to see a locum? What are you going to do? Wheel them down to Harley Street?
Not unless they want to pay. If it's essential they see me, then of course I shall see them. If not, they'll have to see the locum. That is the way the NHS works.
Well, I'm going to talk to Susan. I think she should know my feelings.
She won't be there. She's at the travel agent, booking the skiing holiday.
So, as I understand it, Dr. Cartwright, you'll be here each Monday and Friday?
That is correct, Lady Greyshot. The rest of the time I shall devote to general practice.
Oh, how noble of you.
Sorry?
Well, giving up so much of your valuable time to help poor people.
No, Lady Greyshot, that's my job.
Oh, marvelous.
Fine. Just let me check your glands, Lady Greyshot.
Tell me, Dr. Cartwright, how does it work with poor people? Do they just pay when they can?
No, Lady Greyshot, it's free.
Really? Oh, how wonderful!
Excuse me, Lady Greyshot. Yes, Felicity?
Dr. Latimer for you, Dr. Cartwright.
Oh, put him through. It's Dr. Latimer. Just calling to see how I'm getting on, I expect.
Do give him my very kind regards.
I will, Lady Greyshot. Hello, Toby.
Charles?
Oh, hello, Tom.
Charles, I was halfway through my rounds when Pamela had to call me back here.
Why?
Because the ruddy locum didn't turn up, that's why. He's ill.
Oh, well, call the agency and they'll send another one.
No, you call the agency. He's your locum.
Tom, I'm with Lady Greyshot.
I don't care if you're with the Queen of Sheba.
Tom, I'll call you later. Bye-bye now.
Angry patients. And Charles? Yes, Pamela?
Dr. Latimer, can you let me know what's happening? Everybody's getting a bit impatient out here.
Well, No, Pamela, I'll take surgery, okay?
About blinking time.
Please sit down, Mr. Wilson.
Pamela, just hold everything for a sec, will you? Hello?
Tom, have you got a minute?
No, not really, Dad.
Well, the thing is, I'm afraid I've rather upset your mother.
You've only been home one morning.
Well, it's not exactly a mother I've upset. It's Mrs. Parsons.
She's walked out. What am I going to do?
Your mother's furious.
Dad, I'm up to my eyes here. Charles's locum hasn't turned up. I've got a waiting room full of angry patients, and I've got to go on my round.
Oh, well, can I help?
It's very kind of you, Dad, but no, not really. Hold on a sec, would you? Yes, Pamela?
Dr. Latimer, Mrs. Clarkson's just come in again. She's still got that terrible skin problem. I really think you should see her right away.
Okay, Pamela, dig out her notes, will you? I remember Charles mentioning something about her rash. Dad?
Yes, sir, ma'am.
When can you start?
Tom? Don't you think it's time we got up? We're expected at Toby and Angela's.
Well, tea can be anything between 3 and 5.
Exactly, it's 10 to 4.
God, isn't it? How did time fly when you're happily married?
Did you feel like this with Helen in the early days?
Never.
Oh, come on. You must have been happy when you first got married.
Well, I suppose so. Till we started rowing. Come on. We ought to get going.
Well, when did that start?
What?
The rowing.
In the car on the way to the reception.
You're not serious.
Honestly.
What about, for goodness sake?
Oh, I don't know. She didn't like the aftershave I was wearing. Do you mind, darling? I'd rather not spend my Sunday afternoons discussing my ex-wife. My God. He kicked. I mean, she kicked. Did you feel that? It moved. It's fantastic.
Tom,
Yes, darling.
I'm desperate for another honey and pilchard sandwich.
What time did you tell them to come?
I didn't. I just said pop in about tea time.
Well, that could mean anything between about 3 and 5.
What time is it now?
Nearly 4:30.
Oh, I'd better go and put the kettle on.
Smashing to see them together again.
Yes. They make a sweet couple, don't they?
It's funny to think they're going to be grandparents soon.
Isn't it lovely to see Tom married and